Whoa, ho, ho, she's magic. You know. You'll never guess what I did today.
What'd you do today?
So Victoria sends me to the store, right? Welcome to another exciting episode of the Feel It Real Fun Show. And she gives me this big-ass shopping list, like she does.
Yes.
Maybe we'll share a photo of it live.
But you wrote the list this week.
In Victoria fashion. And so I had to get a banana. And the lovely man was there, young fella. It turns out his dad is the owner of the store. But I just love this guy. He's gorgeous. And
Not
so,
red and green things.
No, the other store.
All right.
Right. So I say to him, I said, all right. And he goes, what do you want today? He's always nice. And I said, you know that Billy Joel song, right? He's like, oh no. I'm like, yes. Yeah. Sing me a song, you're the banana man. Sing me a song tonight. Right? And everybody stops. And I'm in the mood for a melody. And this banana looks alright. La da da dee da. Welcome to another exciting episode. Right. I can't go through the store without making strangers.
Yep.
Having friends. Anyway, so Victoria, let's do your intro.
Okay, so welcome to another exciting episode of Feel It Real Fun for All on the 20th of September 2024. And I just realised then that if we don't go by I think it's called the Gregorian calendar, but if we go by the other one,
the real calendar,
yeah,
it's really we're
tonight
spring.
Is when we head into officially spring.
Yeah, just because the government says it's so safe.
Yeah,
and
on the first.
It's like right. Yeah, spring does not begin on the first. Spring begins when spring begins.
Oh, so this is
health is health.
This is the equinox.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and almost everything they teach you is wrong. Right? Yeah. Believe me, I've sent Joe Weldon some interesting things, but I seem to digress.
I don't know, or is the Gregorian calendar the first? Whichever one. Anyway,
spring starts now.
Yes. The equinox is tonight.
Yeah. And for you guys, autumn starts now.
Yes.
Yeah. Not on the first.
Yes.
Right.
That's
anyway.
Right.
So, Victoria.
And it's your manifesting questions answered live.
Yeah, that's right. Starting now.
Yes.
That's right. It's like the first.
And do we want a Neville Goddard quote?
We do have a Neville Goddard quote. Is it there?
Yes.
All right. Let's dive in with our Neville Goddard quote. Okay. We'll answer your questions live.
Okay.
And, that light is annoying, but we'll just deal with it.
Yeah, that's all right.
So, Victoria.
So, and it'll get even worse because I have to hold this up and keep my mouth here.
That's right.
Do you want a better job, more money? Whatever you want, claim it just as simply as I did the rose. Put on the feeling of possession and wear it as though it were true right now.
So y'all remember my 77-minute win?
Yes.
Right? I saw the car. I had this experience of the possession. Not necessarily of that car, but that kind of car. That is the car I will drive. 77 minutes later, it's mine.
Yes.
But I seem to digress.
Yes. If it is a better job you want, where would you sit if you had it? How would your mate see you? Sit behind that special desk and let your wife or husband see you there.
By the way, in Australia, mate means something different, right? So it's like your mate or your wife or your husband. So
a mate's a friend.
Here?
Yeah.
Right. But not there.
Oh, right.
Mate is someone you're married to.
No,
and they may or may not be your friend. But I digress.
Right.
I did a great podcast that's not released yet on 2 degrees. Make sure y'all listen to it. The difference of 2 degrees.
So live as though it were true and have faith in Jesus Christ, the creative power and wisdom of God.
All right, so y'all, what I want you to type in, what I want you to share, I made an infographic on it this morning. You can blame it or you can claim it. Right? You're going to blame your circum for your stance, or you can change your stance. Joe Weldon, as in soulmate. That's right.
Soulmate,
that's right. She's got soul.
Oh, so that's what it means, soulmate, for you guys? Or...
No, just mate, like someone you're married to.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, but you don't have to be friends, believe me. Right?
Gotcha.
If we got a trail of them. The Trail of Tears Cortez.
Cool.
Welcome to the show.
So, yes, Very good. So we're going to dive in with the first question, are we?
Yes. Now make sure you read the special instructions silently to yourself, and then we'll dive in.
Is it
Galaxy,
at the beginning
Cortez.
of the question?
Yes.
Okay, I've
All
read
right.
the instructions and now I'll start.
That's right.
So the first question today is from Renee.
By the way, we've got a live call Sunday. Let's do a little crass commercial. We sent out an email. I'm going to send out one later today. A couple seats left. Enough said. Live call Sunday.
On energy.
Yes.
Yes.
On fusion, on union, right? And here's the thing. You're going to persist, push, until you don't need to. But more on that as we continue with the show.
Cool.
Beth's going to be there.
Yeah,
That's right.
Cool. Okay, so the first question today is from Renee in the Power of Imagination Facebook group, Imagining Overwhelm.
That's right.
And Renee asks, is there a way to sort of automate manifesting?
Absolutely. Morning, noon, and night. Right? They write that down. Morning, noon, and night. Prune the vine. Morning, noon, and night. You're imagining up stuff morning, noon, and night. And most people are imagining up more work, more hassle, and they're imagining in a way that makes it work. I'm imagining something now for a result later.
Yeah.
I walk into the store, right, and I'm imagining something. And if I don't like the way I'm imagining, I can tell you what kind of trip it's going to be. It's not going to be the Banana Man, right? You can guess what I'm imagining when I hit the door, right? Yeah, and we all have fun, right? Meanwhile,
Growing up Catholic, it felt way easier to just pray and give it up to God.
here's the cool thing. Looking back,
Yes.
if that were true, you wouldn't have sought this out. Right? Just saying. Right? Because it's so easy to go, all right, yeah, my life was perfect before this, and that's why I sought this out. Right? Just saying. By the way, now what comes next is why you're saying it, and I want you to know I get how cool this is. Because what we're going to do next is going to blow your mind. Both Luke and Beth are here. Oh. Wow.
Good one.
I am your father.
Compared to Neville Goddard's teachings, where it's so overwhelming to be responsible for every single thing at every minute.
All right, that is not true. I'm not responsible for every single thing in every minute. What I'm responsible for is my experience. And it really comes down to what I call master states. We can persist, we can work at things, we can try to change the world, or we can just become a hell of a lot more playful. So the fundamental bit right here, I am not responsible for everything in every minute, neither are you. What you're invited to do at any time is to notice a desire and surrender to its fulfillment. And desires show up in the moment, and they're always divine in origin. But let's continue. This is really good. By the way, this one would be worth writing down all this shit, because we're going to probably cover at least 17 different cool bits with this.
Wow.
So,
Okay.
by the time we're done.
I'm kind of tired of the whole manifesting lifestyle.
Right, that's not possible. What you're tired of is doing something now for payment maybe later. That's called work. I'm not a fan of work, I'm a fan of play. So the way we teach things, and again, I don't know where all you go, who all you listen to, but the way we teach things, I'm literally in the store, and a lot of people are imagining these store people are underpaid assholes. That's why they're always rude to me. I see that all the time in the store. I'm willing to bet you do too. I go through the store, and I talk to 80% of the employees today. They approach me. They want to talk to me because I'm treasuring my moments with them. Right? For me, a human being is an opportunity to flirt. And flirting, to me, is what is stretching into what's possible. And what's possible is for me to honor this young fella, the Banana Man. Right? This is so cool. But the manifesting lifestyle is realizing in this moment, what am I giving life to? And if I'm imagining into struggle to work, I'm doing something now for maybe a payment later, that's not the manifesting lifestyle. That's called trying to manifest like most people already live, which is do something now for a payment later. But I digress.
I didn't think I'd say this, but sometimes I wish I never found Neville's teachings.
Yes. I want you to find Neville's teachings. Right? This is what's cool, because Neville didn't teach to struggle with this. You know, Neville said, the moment you feel a desire, the moment you feel a desire, that's when you surrender to it. You don't go, right. I have a shopping list, and I have to make the shopping list happen. Those are goals. And with a goal, you're right. So I've got a goal. This is my goal. And to make it happen, I have to do this. And then I have to do that. And I have to not do this and not do that. And that's called work. Totally different thing.
And that's what's draining.
That's what's draining you.
Your energy, like you were saying, you're really tired. And yeah.
So last week we did a call on energy. Y'all that were there said it was the best call ever. Like seriously. And I agree. I think it was fabulous. We called that States and Stories or something. Right? We're doing another call on an energy this weekend. Right? Fusion. Join us. It's called Fusion. There's a reason. Now, here's the thing. Every desire has its own plan and its own power of fulfillment. And if you approach this as goals, I do this to make that happen, you're putting your energy where there's no power. Right? You're pushing. See, I've got this lovely, scratch that. Victoria has this lovely BMW X3. And she makes me drive it twice a week because she doesn't leave the compound anymore.
I don't tend to.
Yeah, she just doesn't go anywhere. She goes in the garden. She has a great time. She goes to bed. Right? It's lovely. So she goes, you got to drive my car. So I do. Now, it's a BMW X3. Give it a Google if you don't know what it is. Now, I can put the puppies in there, and then I can get behind, and I can push it to the store. It'll take me 4 days. Right? I'll miss the show. Right, but
all the food will be ruined.
We're not even thinking about getting back. I'm busy pushing it to the store. Right, yes. Pushing the car is not the same as piloting the plane. I get in the car and I call ground control. Did it this morning, and then I drive to the store while I'm talking to ground control. Right, yes. I just have a lot of fun. Now, a lot of people go, can't wait to get away from it. Right, I'm going to go to the store and stay out as long as I can. I leave the house and I call her up because of what I'm imagining. And literally, I'm piloting the plane. You're pushing the car. Right? Totally different experience. Go for it, Victoria.
Was I'm up to here right now, having to focus on getting permanent residency.
Did that?
A good job. Buying my house.
I refuse to do that, right?
Buying my house,
paying
car, etc. All at once is just too much for me.
That's your shopping list. Here's my list of goals. Here are the things that I need to survive, to be happy, whatever. And now I have to carry all this burden. I have to push. Right? It's not like just pushing one car. So if I took Victoria's car, right? and I decided, rightio, I'm going to put Emmett in Victoria's Bimmer. I'm going to put Bruce inside my Mercedes. And I'm going to push both of them. Right? I'm going to push both cars to Kohl's so I can go shopping. Right? Over in the Whelming. Right? And that's not what we teach to do. Right? When I realized I'm going to be a citizen of Australia. I did what I call one and done. And yes, I did it a few times, but I didn't do it daily and I didn't push. I also bought me a car. Actually, I'm on my third car now. Whoo, right? Lots of fun. I don't have a job. I refuse to have a job. Right? Yeah, I decided to work for the world's most interesting boss. Right? And have the most fascinating coworker. But I digress.
Yes. Most interesting boss is you.
Yeah. Well, by the way, and it's sort of like this. I've got a desire, and the desire is to listen to traffic. Right? That just showed up. So I'm going to listen to it. I'm not going to be it. I'm listening to traffic. I got another desire to change the world. Do what I love. Make some decent money while doing it. Right. Those are my desires. They just show up. Let us continue, Victoria.
I just want to check.
And that's all right.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, no, Brucey won't let me do something. All right.
And the fact that I have to achieve so many things with my own money and effort.
There you go. Effort, money, push. So we blame money. Money is speed. That's all money is. Money is speed. Effort is an option. And just explore what we teach. You really got to do that. Keep going. And we'll sort of tidy it up.
In a short time is really giving me sleepless nights. Is there any easy way to just do it without focusing on all the lectures, books, etc.?
All right. You don't got to focus on the lectures, the books, etc. Learn. So, my invitation to you, manifestingmasterycourse.com, $97, 90-day program. It takes about 10, 15 minutes a day. Right?
Has she also done your 7 easy?
Don't know.
Yeah.
Yep. But what I'm asking for you to do is to put some skin in the game. In other words, fuel in the tank so you can drive the car instead of not having fuel in the tank and pushing the car.
Yeah.
So, $1 a day, right? I used to sell shit to take courses, and this is no lie. I'd find something I wanted to take. Oh, it's $400. What can I sell? Mm-hmm. If I need money, what can I sell? I'll sell something. I'll do something. Right? Right? So, manifestingmasterycourse.com. Couple minutes a day, $1 a day. Anyone can do that. My other suggestion, stop listening to a lot of who the hell you're listening to. Because this is not work. The manifesting lifestyle doesn't have you do all that stuff. It's the exact opposite of all that stuff, if anything. And I'm telling you, I started over. I came here with a suitcase, a carry-on, and a laptop. And here we are, right? So stay tuned. Have fun. We will continue to answer your question as we answer the other ones, Renee. And how was that to begin?
That was really good.
Cool.
So thank you, Renee.
By the way, the initial quote, you can blame it or you can claim it. Right? You can blame a lot of things. If you're feeling blame at all in your world, you're not claiming who you choose to be. And you don't do that with words. That whole quote is golden. And we'll put that in the show notes too. Let us continue. Victoria.
Okay.
Hoo-ha. Thanks, Talia.
So this is a group.
Well, this is at least one person, because I said, who wants to know this? This is, go ahead.
So the next question is from people on Facebook.
Yes.
What's Mr. TT's one and done formula?
All right.
And do you want me to do these one at a time?
No, just do all that.
So people on Facebook ask, well, what is it? How does it work? What's the trick?
All right. So I put this in a comment in Renee's post.
Yes.
And so at least one person said yes. Shockingly, like thousands didn't. Shockingly. Right? So what is it? One and done begins with first a philosophy. Right? I don't have to push the same old shit up the same old hill every day. Yeah, you only get pregnant once. Now, let's say you're going to have a baby in 9 months. Not Victoria.
No.
Right? Because we're not, right?
Impossible.
No es posible para usted, right?
Yes.
And para me, right? And so let's say we're going to have a baby in 9 months. Ready? Let's go really straight here. You only get knocked up once. You can still have sex, right? But you only get knocked up once, right? 9 months later or so, out comes the squirt. I came out early. Yeah, I squirted out early. I was at 6 months, 2 pounds, 4 ounces. So one and done. It begins with a philosophical shift, a really big chunk. Right, what's the next bit? How does it work? All right, how does it work? Okay, see, feel, and hear. Okay, let's just engage your senses. You don't need a long movie. That's a mistake a lot of people make. See, feel, hear. Right? How would I see, feel, hear differently if I were in the state of my wish fulfilled? Right? I'm doing all right. I enjoy shopping. I get the puppies out of the house. I walk into the store. I have a very different experience there compared to a lot of people. Right? It's because of the way I choose to see, feel, hear these lovely people. Yeah, that's an imaginal experience. See, feel, hear. What's the next bit? Let me look at my notes.
What's the trick?
It's your identity, and just sort of toss it in there. It's your identity. You really get to notice your identity for most people, is work at, struggle towards. And I can tell because I look at the videos y'all send me, some of them. Right? I look at the stuff on your timelines some of the time. But it's like as long as you worship, I need motivated and inspired to push and struggle, right? Versus I get to surrender into something totally different. So one and done versus my philosophical thing. And Neville says this, we just happen to live it and teach it. Most people don't. Right? One and done. Right? You can get pregnant. Right? The second bit, you change your sensory experience. Right? When I see a human being at the store, I don't go, oh, there's somebody that's underpaid, overworked, that's not going to help me, and walk away from me when I ask for help. They approach me. Yeah. All the time. They bring me shit that I want without me asking. Right? It's that big of a difference. But we'll continue to answer this and more as we continue on today's show.
Cool.
That's right.
Thank you, all you people on Facebook.
Yeah, I got to keep persisting so that I keep aligning with the vibrations of, you know what I mean? Yeah, stuff like that. Not true. Just to be clear.
The next question's from Anand from Mumbai. Is this Anand that keeps sharing our stuff?
Oh, yeah, lovely Anand.
Yeah,
by the way, Gail's right. It's all in a GIF. Right? It's not a long movie. Long movies get you sucked into story mode, and we did a call on that last week.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah. So the next question's from Anand from Mumbai. Neville Goddard teaches thinking from the end.
Yes.
Thinking from the end. How to be more natural at it.
Right. Neville says that. Yeah, you need to think from that state of the wish fulfilled. You also get to see from it. Right? So, when it comes down to identity, and y'all know I am absolutely nuts about identity-based manifesting.com, crass commercial. Because when you change, my identity is somebody that's just fun and lovely to be around and a little weird and quirky. Allows me to walk into the store and make friends with total strangers. Yeah, and have fun with the employees and get all kind of fun going on. And this thing of thinking from the end, my advice is not to ever try to change your thinking. I call it mentating, because a lot of people think they know what a thought is, or they think they know what thinking is, and it turns out that they don't. So I'll call it mentating, right? So when you're mentating, you're mentaling, right? You're mental, right? On the other hand, imaginal is experience. When I walk into the store, when I see Coral here, I have an experience. I don't think about Coral, and I don't think about the store, and I don't think about Trump, and I don't think about, and meanwhile the world walks past you. And all the opportunities, right? On the other hand, I just experienced the world as a place to flirt, to engage, oh my God, and good shit happens. So, when you change your state, your thinking changes, which is a process. Your thoughts change, which are virtual nouns. Your emotions change, which is the way you color between the lines. And your other experiences change too. So,
very good.
So, Anand, thank you. That was awesome.
Yeah.
And good fun.
Yes. Thank you very much. The next question's from Tommy via Messenger.
Messenger. Yeah, Messenger.
How can I make revision fix this? And Tommy asks, I've got a money situation and I want to change it with revision. Here are the details. And ... What exact scene should I imagine with revision?
All right. So, a long time ago, Victoria had a white car, and she had a thing that she washed the white car with. And the thing that she washed the white car with was called a brush. And you can wash a white car with a brush because you can't see the scratches.
Yeah.
Now, I had a black car.
Yeah.
And Victoria, she did something lovely. She decided to wash my car.
Yeah.
It needed it. But she discovered something rather rapidly. First of all, it's just a car.
Yes.
It's just a fucking car. We'll deal with the aftermath later. It's just a car, right?
Yeah.
But does anyone know what happens when you take a hard brush against a black car? Right?
Yeah, there was scratches.
Yeah.
But then we went and got it properly detailed. Paid a fortune.
Yeah, and then ground the BMW logo off. But that's another story. All right, what is the question? Where the hell am I going with this?
What exact scene should I imagine with a revision?
All right, it's sort of like asking, how do you wash a car with a screwdriver? Which is pretty much what that, that brush is pretty much just like a lot of skinny screwdrivers, Frank. Right? And I just go, she washed my car with a screwdriver. A screwdriver is good for what?
Screws.
Yeah.
Putting them in and taking them out.
Yep. Years ago, I bought my father-in-law, who was an alcoholic, a card. And the card was, do you want to get hammered or nailed? Or do you want to get screwed or hammered or something like that, right? But it's an interesting thing, because if you try to use a hammer to put in a screw, or a screwdriver to put in a nail, or you use either one of them to wash my car, right?
It's not good.
Yeah, it's not good, right?
Yeah.
Why would I say all this? You're starting out picking a tool, and you're using the tool to fix a problem. And it's just totally backwards. On the other hand, what's the imaginal experience that would move you? But we got to start big, chunk, and vague. And so the big chunk and vague, maybe you do revise. Maybe you remember when. Maybe you congratulatory conversate. Those are the big ones in the NivilleGutterToolbox.com. But there's 1,000 ways to play. But if you start going, I got me a screwdriver and I got me a car, and the problem is there's bird shit on my car. Right, please don't touch the bird shit. Right? Please don't.
The rain will take it away.
Yeah, the rain will take it away. We have plenty of rain right now in the rainy season in Melbourne.
Yeah.
So, right.
So I know we suppressed the details of the money situation, but so it was not necessarily a situation that you felt needed revision as such. It could have been congratulated conversation. And so
I would suggest something highly different. And what I did suggest was, look, before we even go there into like which thing and that thing and so on, why don't you get that little $7 money recording at NivilleGoddardStore.com? Just explore the 4 money imaginings. Just explore the other shit that I made up and stuck in there.
Yeah. And
then let's talk, how do you imagine? Instead of, how do I use a screwdriver to wash the car?
Bird shit off the car.
Yeah. I like the bird shit bit. That was clever. Glad I thought of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she says. By the way, let's ask her, let's get really real here, right? I've got an identity that I love shopping. I have a lot of fun. I'm really fast. How are you? You like shopping?
Not really.
No. Here's shopping with Victoria is like this. She goes up and down every aisle, looks at every item, and wonders who would enjoy it.
That's probably why.
You really do. You really do.
I probably get so drained from looking at everything.
After the
I don't want to go shopping anymore.
After the first 4 aisles, I mean, she's looking at, there's 7 different kinds of Coca-Cola.
Which one? Well, no,
yeah.
I'd never buy Coca-Cola.
No, not for you, but who would like this one? All right, well, that person's pretty fat. They could do with the 0-calorie one, right? And it's like, good Lord, Victoria, we can't do this.
Yeah.
So I let her do yoga and I go shopping. Yeah. And it's just, Coral says you save $300 by leaving her at home. Yeah, exactly.
It's a good thing.
Yeah. So I love shopping. My identity takes me shopping, but I imagine makes shopping fun and fast and flirtatious, right? And
I get Victoria yoga time.
Yeah, she gets Victoria yoga time.
Yeah.
Right?
It's nice.
Different tool sets.
Yes.
So.
Okay. So that's good for Tommy on Messenger?
Yeah, I think that's good enough for Tommy.
I think it's very good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Meanwhile, get that little money pack, $7. You know what I love? So I got an email the other day. Lady's been looking at our stuff for 4 years, and she's still struggling with everything. And it's like she appreciates the emails and all that stuff. And I look, and it's like, yeah, how many years? Right? What about $7? Seriously. Like if you went and you played with that, you could ask me a different question or give me a different update compared to like, hey, I appreciate your emails. I appreciate that you read them.
Yeah.
When it's like, damn it, $7.
Yeah.
All right, skip wing night. Right? Yeah. Love me some chicken wings.
Yeah.
All right. Shall we continue, Victoria?
Okay. And I guess we're up to the last question.
Yes.
from our remarkable Lisa Ann LaRocque.
Yes.
God in the Act of Waking.
Beauty.
And Lisa asks, hello, 20 in Victoria. Quite some time ago, I was physically injured in a conflict. I never considered myself to be a person given to violence or war, yet my bruised body revealed otherwise. I was horrified by my participation, all but defensive, and the potential harm I may be capable of doing to someone. Oh, wow. Yes. I was so deeply stirred by my grotesque affiliation with war. Waking to my state of warrior, I immediately moved from it. I became curious about peace. I read what Gandhi had to say along with Viktor Frankl. I surrendered so completely that the person I was routinely in conflict with could no longer engage my participation. I literally would say, I love you, and there is nothing you can do about it. My new state rejected war so thoroughly that this person and others given to conflict slid out of my life as if I was coated in Teflon. Please comment on how free will ends once we select our state.
This is really nice.
Yeah.
So I've got some friends then in my archaeology, and they've gone one way and I've gone another. And one of them teaches the big blue bubble of protection. And so what they do is they imagine a big blue bubble of protection. When they go shopping, right, when they get home, they've got a big blue bubble of protection. And I just go, that is utterly fascinating to me. I get it. Used to do it. Used to be at war. I find there's such a difference between what a true warrior is and what it's someone at war is like. And so a crass commercial for something that we don't talk about much, wargamedance.com. We did some calls a long time ago exploring war, game, and dance. Really fascinating little set of calls. Tony Doyle says they're his favorites. Mine too. I'm actually thinking about doing another 3 calls on that now, which is like 10 years later. But I digress. So a true warrior lives by principle. And living from principle, to me, really brings about freedom. So when I live I notice a never-ending capacity for human beings to go to war against anything, anyone, even themselves, their humanity, their divinity. It's like built into the biology. And I get it. You know what we are in your body. There's more critters than you. Right? Yeah. There's so many human cells in your body, and there's something like 10 times as much non-human cells in your body at any time. Utterly fascinating to me. And that the old model was to go to war on the critters, and then we've discovered something. You go to war on the critters and you die. Because your gut biome, skin biome, your entire physical beingness is designed to nurture these critters and have these critters nurture you.
Work in synergy.
You work in synergy, right? So what's happening is quite lovely and quite dynamic. In other words, it's actually pretty principled. On the other hand, as soon as we engage in war, that's mine. You took it. You made me mad. It's your fault. We start to play the blame game versus the claim game. So, what's the claim game? Mine. In my world, y'all should seriously see me go shopping. Some of you have been with me shopping. You know, Jerry, Anya, Grant Monk, some of y'all. And, way more than once. Yasmin Kate, but she's not here today. But yeah, when I go shopping, it's a reality show, and I'm not putting on an act. I'm loving all these people. One of them, I didn't know her name today. And so I stop in the health food store, and Kathy's there. And it's the first time I'm going into the new health food store. I'm like, oh my God, this is like a disco. All right, look at these lights. And you've got Liquid Swamp, my favorite, right next to the door. That's what I call it. That's what I tell people to buy at the pool. I tell them, go to the health food store, talk to Rachel, talk to Kathy. Those are the two who I know, love, and trust. Also the other one, PETA. Right? The other one, I don't know her name. Which means I know, love, and trust them all, but I don't know all their names. So I'm like, right. But ask them for Liquid Swamp. They'll know who sent you and what it is. So today...
Just for our listening audience, Liquid Swamp is colloidal minerals.
It's colloidal minerals, right? It's Liquid Swamp, though, right? I mean, this is the shit Mom told us not to get into as kids, but we did, and it was good for you. So today I turned to the one I don't know, and I said, look, what is your name? I don't know it. Right? She just looks at me and giggles and tells me, and says, got it. I've got a wonderful friend back in the old country with the same name as you. It's Kendra. So, got it. You're stuck in there now. And so I go on my way. But this is me shopping because of what I believe, quote unquote, because of what I accept, because of how I see, feel, touch the world. This is my identity. I'm not at war with all these people in the shopping thing. Think about it. So many people go to war, and they're at war. They go to war. They go shopping, and they're at war with the other customers. They're at war with the employees. And in reality, they're just at war, even with themselves. So when we can notice, the faster we're willing to admit, I am at war. And it's not an affirmation. It's something that you can observe when it's there. And as soon as you notice that, you can start to play a game. And the game is using the tools. How would I see this guy? What would I feel when I see him? How would I hear his voice? Play me a song, you're the banana man. Right? Yeah, he shakes his head, thanks 20, see ya. See ya, banana man. Right? I'm just having fun. And this is how your whole life can be. And literally, the grumpies, they do slide off of me like Teflon. I totally get it. There's no place for them to stick. But as soon as I go defensive, I need boundaries. I need the blue bubble of death around me so that you die when you slam into it with your negativity. Right?
Yeah.
That's the difference. And again, it all comes down to this identity of who you're being determines what you're seeing. It's fascinating to me. And the other side of the coin, besides being, it's not really, I hate positive negative. It's just a model which just turns me right off because it has you at war, positive versus negative. Ready? I'm infinitely curious about Tabitha, about Coral. I'm on a call yesterday with Tabitha, and I'm infinitely curious about her and the dance that we're having and the dance that we have now and now and now and now. I'm not positive that I'll make a difference in her life. I'm curious about who we both are at the end of the call, which invites us to both be different. Do you think the banana man is different? Guarantee it. Right? I've got a different story to tell. So do you all. And you guys can go to the store and sing songs to employees just for fun. Or you can go to war with them because they're underpaid and they don't care and they're here because they're losers. Right? So I find out, by the way, I've met the banana man before.
Yes.
And he's helped me with different things. So I go to the front desk one day and I said, listen, there's a young fella, 25. Right, long curly hair, gorgeous fella, works in the produce. Right, whoever runs this place, owns this place, has anything to do with this place, where the real boss is not you, not you two. Right, so I'm insulting the ladies behind the counter, and they just love it because they know I'm not insulting them. I said, let them know this is a good kid. And I said, oh, that's the owner's son. Right, he could be the most stuck-up kid in the world. He wouldn't have to do anything in that store because Daddy owns it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And here he is. He is the banana man. he's unleashing music in the produce section, right? Probably one of the roughest jobs in the store from what I can tell. And it's like, you know what? He loves it, and he loves the people. And I get to honor him on today's show.
Nice.
So, how's that?
Yeah.
Did we cover it? How'd we do, Lisa?
Yeah.
All right. Shall we?
We shall. So what we want to know is tell us what was your
Whoa, that was almost disastrous. No, you always do disastrous things.
You go, babe.
Wow. I was just having fun today. I really was. So I'm looking at the meats, and I got not one. So she gives me these shopping lists, and now I make them up like she makes them up, and they look like word puzzles, right?
I do.
So why give me a list when you give me a puzzle, right? So I'm playing with my word puzzle, and I'm at the second store because the first store didn't have what I wanted. So I'm in Kohl's, and they've got lamb shoulder on sale, and it expires like the middle of October, like a month from now. And I go, oh my God, I didn't buy one, I bought two. Because the gods are favoring me. Right? I'm not forcing anything to happen. I'm just funning it all into existence. Right? I'm giving life and love to all this fun. So it's like, oh my God, like lamb shoulder. I mean, it was cheap compared to what it usually is. Like, oh, score. I just love that. That's more whiskey for me. So, right. It's like, okay, I'm having fun. By the way, let me back up. Yesterday, I go online and look at the prices of cigars. They've raised it by $5 a cigar. So in Australia, I get a $14 cigar for $55. Right, so I was paying $35 tax per smoke, and now I'm paying $40 tax per smoke. Right? Yeah. And so I have my rant with Victoria. Right? And the rant goes like this. I know they're claiming it's because of health. Right? If they really want to give a shit about our health, tax Mountain Dew. Tax muffins. Tax all this sugar shit, right?
Yeah.
Because, come on, guys, let's play a game, right? That's the poison. So, anyway, I have my rant. I get angry about sin not. I let it out of my system, and I go, let's have some fun. And so I get my lamb shoulders. Oh, this is great. And I go and I return my buggy because now they have all these locks on the buggies. So you have to put $1 or $2 coin in to get a buggy, and then you return it. And you get your $1 or $2 coin back. It's like radio, because some people will take it home, right? So then they have to go find them and stuff. And I figure, man, for $2 I can buy a shopping cart. This is great. But I do return them because Victoria would get tired if I brought shopping carts home. But I go and I return it, and I put it in, and out pops my coin, and I see the one in front of me has a $2 coin in there that somebody left. And I take it too. Because it's like, you know what? I'm just giving two all over. I just imagine having a fun time. And now I got me an extra $2 coin. Just for fun.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Cool.
And you, Victoria?
Well, actually, with Lisa's question, I did remember, for me, which was probably more into her question rather than strawberry bit, but just briefly how my first marriage, it was, well, for whatever reason, I was in a situation where he was very violent, or aggressive, sort of. But I do remember walking away from that, finally. And it was like a proclamation. It was
nice. Very nice.
I just decided I am never having that in my life again.
Yeah.
And it has never come up again.
So when you proclaimed that or declared that,
declared it to be true.
You declared it to be true.
Yeah.
So it wasn't I'm swearing off men. They're all assholes.
No.
I need boundaries.
No.
These assertions.
There actually was almost a taste of, but there was actually a little taste of, even if I'm never in a relationship again, it was like, I don't care. For me, that was the most important thing. Yeah. I'm never having that in my life again.
I'm never having that in my life.
Yeah.
Even if it costs me something that I'd like.
Yeah.
But you still accepted something that you'd like.
Yeah. And it got better and better and better.
Yeah.
Each relationship after it.
Yeah, nice.
But, yeah.
So you can say no to one thing and more please to something else. You're remarkable kids. Hoo-ha. All right.
Yeah, so thank you, because, I'd forgotten yeah.
Beauty.
It's so, and that's what's delightful as well, that when you set, it's like you forget. It's like you don't have to forgive. To forgive is to forget.
Is to forget, right?
And it's like that. I forgot about, those times.
You forgot how to be that person.
Yes.
Right.
Because all my childhood, I just married in. My first marriage was just I married into my childhood.
Totally
It was horrendous how my family were to everyone, and scary, and like to leave that behind. And it's like, it really is like I stepped into a new life.
So you left your childhood but carried it with you. And then you decided, you know what, we're just going to forget all that. I'm going to forget how to do that. I'm going to forget to be that person next time. Yep. Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Nice. Crass commercial.
Yes.
Live call Sunday. We're getting into some cool shit. We had a live call last Sunday. We got into some cool shit. If you want the recording on that, go to NevilleGoddardStore.com, the 2024 section. And if you want to get in the live call Sunday, I'm sending out an email probably tomorrow on that. Or drop me a note and I'll send you a registration link. Because this is good shit.
Yeah.
Cool.
Good shit.
Good shit.
Excellent. Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
By the way, if you don't forget the past, who you were. Right, by the way, I took a job because of a state I was in and got beat to death. Right? I don't forget that it happened, but I've forgotten how to do that. Right? If I didn't forget how to do that, I'd be pushing both cars, and I'd have a tractor trailer attached to my back. Imagine me going to the store, right? So I'm pushing,
A year later,
I'm pushing 2 cars with 2 dogs, and I got a tractor trailer of groceries attached to my ass. Right? It's just weighing me down. Versus this is delightful. Thanks for sharing all that. That was good.
That's all right. Cool.
That's all right.
Yeah, thank you.
Cool. Love you guys. Have a lovely day. Anything we want to say to close her down? Did we do the closing? Or
I think you did.
FreeNeville.com and
For refunds, visit our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
That's right. Thanks, gang.
See ya.